And as comments continue to trail the composition of delegates to the National Conference, the chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee on National Dialogue, Senator Okurounmu, insists that those who will be discussing at the sessions will be men and women of integrity. There have been fears in some quarters that politicians dominate the list of the 492 delegates and that views would ultimately be skewed politically. But Senator Okurounmu is assuring Nigerians that these people will have the interest of the nation at heart when the sessions begin.
We always confine ourselves to thinking only of politicians as leaders. There are many people who have never been politicians, who have never been politics, who are eminent Nigerian statesmen and deserve to be considered as elder statesmen. If you look at the modalities, the politicians are very limited. For instance, the only category of politicians there is, we say every political party should nominate 2 delegates. And we mentioned 5 political parties, be the political parties that have representatives in the National Assembly. Elder statesmen have said these are not necessarily politicians. The retired military, I'm sure you will agree that these were never politicians, but they are relevant. In any conference of Nigerians, they should be there because they provide security for all of us. The security of the entire nation is, we are not sure unless they are there. So they must be happy with whatever outcome we come up with. They too must be part of it. So retired military, retired police, retired security personnel, they are there. They are not politicians. Traditional rulers, they are not politicians. They are there. They are represented. The labor unions, the NLC, TUC, these are not politicians. At least by my definition, they are not politicians. We cannot deceive ourselves saying that we are having a national conference when we don't represent all interest groups and all shades of opinions and all stakeholder groups. It is the presence of all stakeholder groups that gives legitimacy to the conference, that yes, this is a conference of Nigerians. If we exclude battle interest groups, then we are not, they can claim that we are not there. And these are important Nigerians. Like women groups, for instance, they are not politicians, but we think women are so important that women groups must be amply represented. Youth groups, these are not politicians, like the NANS and National Council of Youth. These are not politicians.